Hello guys and welcome back to Follow the Calendar 2025, where we follow along the major races of the World Tour season. Today we're going to kick off the ALULA Tour. Now, as I said in one of the other ones, if this is your first time, we're going to do every World Tour race. This obviously isn't ALULA 2.1 or a 2.2, but I believe it's got some of the bigger teams, and I just figured I watched it in real life. It was good. Pidcock obviously lightened things up as per usual, but I figured it was worth playing. So we're going to do that today. That being said, obviously Jayco would be the obvious one, but we did use those at the Santos Tour Down Under with Luke Plapp, which we did extremely well in. So hopefully we can continue that. This time we're going to ride with Q36.5. Obviously got the big signing of Tom Pidcock, who is a bit of a medium mountain hill specialist, puncher, and capable of going up those big mountains. And then we've got Moschetti as well for the sprints. The thing that I think makes this one very interesting is Moschetti has a good lead out group, at least largely, but Pidcock has no teammates capable of particularly climbing. So he's going to be largely left alone to surf some wheels and just ride with the tempo and then look to attack away as he did in real life. That being said, teams like Jayco ALULA coming with Eddie Dunbar. Quickstep didn't have everyone when I went to make the start list. Some of this, there are there. Yeah. Astana couldn't get. And I think I missed one rider from here as well. They just did not appear on my database. I'm using WorldDB 2025 for all of these episodes. I did consider using Tutor, but I think they're going to pop up a little bit more frequently than Q36.5, and they have a few extra kind of quality riders within them. With Q36, I think this is going to be the few times we get to use them. Same thing, we use those Quickstep, Picnic, Total Energies. They're just going to be around a lot. Bahrain Victorious have sent a relatively weak squad. Pasqualon obviously experienced head, but it's a lot of younger riders. No one necessarily looking to take a stage win. Keplinger is going to be the mountains leader, obviously, but nothing too crazy. That being said, I'm going to jump us straight through. We are doing all of the stages, random set mode. I'll show you our options. I do want to do this. Extreme, max changes, and that's what we'll do. Pidcock on bad form, which is not ideal. Where's our sprinter gone? Moschetti, he's on good form, that's nice. Should make our life a bit easier. This first stage is obviously just for the sprinters. We're going to look to do a big old lead out, and we're just going to have Pidcock surf the wheels. I will join you back once we are in and on the start line. And we are back and on the start line here for stage 1. Al Manshia train station, and it's a big loop back to the same point apparently. I do love these kits. Leopins obviously is a national champion of some degree by the looks of it. Where's he even from? Austria? I'm really bad with flags. I don't think it is, but it's the only thing that's coming to my mind. For those of you football fans, I'm fairly sure that's Sabitza's flag. No idea if that's true or not. Yeah, essentially this is just going to be chilling in the group all day. I might chuck one person on the front. Not sure who that is. As Parent's just going to protect Pitters all day. Moschetti going to get some protection. And some people following. Leapins I want to keep safe. So Freeze-On is going to do the protection. And that means Zakowski is going to go to the front and make sure we have some pace being set, just to keep Warlock at bay. Just let those two go head to head, keep him at a distance, but keep him within touch. We might actually go for these intermediate sprints. Not sure how much I'm willing to commit to it, especially the second one. I might just surf the wheels with Moschetti and Parisini, and they can do kind of the final lead out, and they'll just surf a couple of the wheels, not use the team, just use the 2 people, because Leapins is going to do my final lead out. Parazini can do the basics for the intermediate sprint. Now this stage obviously is quite a long one, but shouldn't be anything too crazy. We are 10Ks away, which means I might start to move Muschetti up. Frison can do the leading, and we'll do it like that, and you can follow there. I do sometimes get a little bit caught up sometimes in working out what on earth is going on. I've not played an awful lot of these games for the series, Pro Cycling Manager that is, and just looking to kind of branch out, because I do love cycling in real life. It's hard to watch in Australia because we just end up watching it at like 3 a.m. in the morning. But we just had our tour down under. If you didn't see those videos, go back and check them out. We did do quite well with Jacob ALULA there. Obviously, none of these riders are the same from there. 5K to go to our intermediate sprint. Is there a reason no other team is coming up? This obviously is an extremely small peloton. I believe it is a small peloton in real life as well, but we have made it even smaller. I do just go onto the start list, the official start list, and that's kind of how I've been working it, and then just making my own. It doesn't necessarily always have everything you'd ideally want. Getting ready to go now. For whatever reason, there doesn't appear to be a chase, really. We're just going to roll through. No real contesting, which I find odd for stage 1, but that's okay. He's going to sit up because he should not be leading the pack. Frison is going to go back to protecting. Leopins is going to go back and do that. And I think we are back and set up. Now Zukowski's just going to go back to sitting on the front. A little bit slower now though, actually, because we don't want to get Warlock caught just yet. That would not be ideal. He's going to go back and get himself some water, and for the squad. This race in real life obviously was won by Tim Merlier. Well, not the race, but this stage was won by Tim Merlier. Quite weirdly bumpy finish, but nothing too crazy. And just honestly pretty standard finish up until right at the end. This race obviously had that extreme crash. I think it was on stage 3, maybe stage 4. But that was just really, really kind of awful to see. And I did not position him correctly at all. But that's okay. I'll keep the pace high. If he gets up to the top, I will sprint with him. I'm going to treat this, even though I could probably just roll to the front. I'm going to imagine like he actually has to do some sort of sprint. Just because I don't want it to kind of seem like I'm cheating. Rosini's going to go. Everyone else is just going to chill out. At least hopefully. Here we go. Walshride's going. Rosini does our lead out. Muschetti jumps out of the wheel. Who's that up front? Dylan Groenewegen. Shouldn't be shocked by that at all. Obviously quite a decent, fast kind of finisher. Rossini's going to get back in the wheel. Frison's going to go back to protecting, and Leapins is going to get back in the wheel as well. We are just going to chill out until 15Ks to go, which is pretty bang on now, where Pitcock is just going to do that. Zukowski is going to come right up to the front, and as he comes past, he's going to pick up everyone. So Muschetti is going to get in the wheel, and the order we want to go in is like this. Pitcock is just going to jump on the back wheel of it. Frison is going to tuck in, and Asparin is going to do that. I had a whole plan. Oh yes, Asparin I don't want to work. As bad as that sounds. Although we have sort of let a gap go here. Tarkowski's going to do what he can to close it down. I'm not overly worried about that, at least not just yet. I hardly believe we'll close that back up. They can't ride at the tempo we want to ride the whole way in. See, Picnic post NL seem to be the major sprint train. They look extremely strong about now. Tarkowski can drop off. We seem to have dropped the lead out train. Perezzini is going to have to get us back up to the front. Frison is going to pull over, and we are back on the wheels. Pidcock just sitting on the back of the train is, I feel, the safest way without just kind of getting him lost or caught up in anything. We have gone slightly early, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight my way over to the wheel here, and that's going to be the game plan, just because we are a little bit early. Moliere is probably a good wheel to follow as well, and here we go into this final bit. We're going to come out of the wheel, and hopefully everyone's still together. They are. No one uses red. Perezzini starts to get ready to launch our sprint. Christoph going early, getting ready to come round. Leapin starts the lead out. Muschetti goes round. Weird placing for that. Groenewegen comes through. Everything just a little bit too early by the looks of it there. Not ideal, but it's certainly not the worst effort we could have gone with. I felt like we were in a good position with a good strong base. Pidcock really shouldn't be finishing that high. That's kind of how the game works sometimes. Tarkowski did his job all day, and is now reaping the rewards of just coasting through. Now, let's have a look at who finished where. Groenewegen sweeps through, takes the win from Moliere. Casper van Uden next. Degenkove also up there. That is mildly frustrating. In future, we will probably have to do some pausing just to make sure Pidcock doesn't just get weird things from that by just following Muschetti the whole time. Yeah, that was stage 1 of our ALULA Tour. Tomorrow we get ALULA Old Town to Bir Jadar Mountain Wicker. No idea how you're supposed to say that. I'm just going to roll with it. Anyway, best of luck. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like, and hopefully see you next time.